The following post is a work of fiction created for entertainment within the College Football 26 universe. All characters, events, and storylines, including Coach Clay Stonewall Merritt, Frankie the Horn Calderon, and the UTSA Roadrunners, are entirely fictional and not affiliated with the NCAA, UTSA, or any real institutions. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you to join us once again for the rise of the Roadrunners. Coach Clay Stonewall Merritt and the UTSA Roadrunners have cracked the top 25. They are heading into this matchup, top 24 ranked last week. They are heading into this matchup against the Charlotte 49ers, another American Conference foe at number 23. They are traveling to North Carolina, McCole Richardson Field at Jerry Richardson Stadium. We have talked a lot about weathering the expectations now that the country has taken notice. It took 2 months for you to get a ranking next to your name. It looks like it's going to continue to be a climb to ensure that the rest of the country takes us seriously. We also mentioned last week that there is a collision course in the American Conference right now. If UTSA can remain undefeated, Navy does not slip up any further throughout this season after losing to their rival Notre Dame last weekend, that will be our American Conference Championship with very likely a spot in the college football playoff bracket on the line. UTSA, first season under Coach Clay Stonewall Merritt, behind the quarterback brilliance of Owen McCown, the junior from Rusk, Texas, the sixth-year senior, Robert Henry Jr., who is having just an amazing season, 180 yards and 6 touchdowns a week ago. This team has looked like a machine. They have been making statement after statement, special teams, offense, defense, top 5 in all 3 phases of the football game. That is when you know you have made a successful transition into this level of college football. From the Division II level and now into this Division I level, we are very excited to see what's in store from Coach Clay Merritt and the boys. We're going to send it out to 94.3 The Bird. Frankie the Horn Calderon is out there live at Jerry Nichols Stadium. We are very excited to bring you episode 9 of the Far End of the Bench series, Rise of the Roadrunners, featuring the UTSA Roadrunners taking on the Charlotte 49ers. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much to Jimmy Pilato and the Far End of the Bench YouTube channel for presenting yet another edition of our Rise of the Roadrunners series. Tonight, the number 23 UTSA Roadrunners are along the banks of the Atlantic Ocean in Charlotte, North Carolina, heading to McCole Richardson Stadium. McCole Richardson Field at Jerry Richardson Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, to take on American Conference foe, the Charlotte 49ers. UTSA continuing their undefeated stretch under first season as head coach Clay Stonewall Merritt, making the jump from Division II into Division I and being met with a lot of confidence and a lot of success so far. A couple of maybe hiccups, if you want to call them that. Rice was a little bit closer than people anticipated. The CSU game in Fort Collins was a big road test. Anytime you go on the road in college football, especially when you're traveling across multiple states, it can be a little precarious. We know that Coach Clay Stonewall Merritt's team likes to handle business behind Owen McCown, Robert Henry Jr., which we will see the UTSA offense first. The 49ers kicking off here at home, and we are underway at Jerry Richardson Field. Kickoff return goes up the center of the field towards the right hash mark out to the 23-yard line, and that is where Henry and McCown will get set for this UTSA high-powered Roadrunner offense. 9-0 on the season. Charlotte entering tonight's contest sitting at 4-3, only 2 losses in the conference, so technically still alive for that conference championship bid. Henry Jr. gets the first carry of the game, and Parker starts. Middle linebacker for the 49ers meets him right at the line of scrimmage. A very potent running game last weekend, 180 yards on the ground. So far, not successful on that opening play. This pass on second down goes to McEwen from McCown. And the junior to junior connection, team captain to team captain, will be good enough for a Roadrunner first down. Another running play here out of the shotgun. Charlotte doing what they can. They obviously watched film from the week previous. They don't want to give up the big explosive run play, which so many teams have fallen victim to going up against this Roadrunner offense. McCown, once again, looking to throw. This one goes to Amador II from his slot position. Quick little curl. He's able to move his way forward after the catch. First down and 10 for the Roadrunners approaching midfield. Number 88, Houston Thomas, lines up at the wing position. Now we get another pass, goes to David Amador II. He's got a lot of space. Nice cut move back at the 22-yard line. Open field right in front of him. He's going to get 6. Touchdown, Roadrunners. Charlotte very concerned about stopping the run, not paying attention to the quick pass. That time, McCown read the blitz. The left-handed quarterback finds his slot receiver. The sophomore slot machine does the rest, taking it about 48 yards on his own into the end zone. The 6 is on the board. Chambers adds the extra 1. 5 plays, 77 yards, and 1 minute 6 seconds is all it takes for UTSA to nab their first lead of this contest here on the road in Charlotte. Chambers now kicking the ball away for UTSA's special teams, kickoff team, with the return here. Out to the 14-yard line, 13-yard line is where they're going to officially spot the ball. And now we're going to get our first look at All-American running back Donald Chaney. He is beside quarterback Connor Harrell in the backfield for the 49ers. 49ers are a ground-first team. We see that in their formation as they set up in the pistol with the fullback to the left of Harrell. Handoff goes that side. Blaylock and Vic Shaw, the Southwest Sack Exchange, proving that they are more than just a pass rushing unit as they get a big stop there on 1st and 10. Loss of 2 on the running play. That's going to bring up 2nd down and 12. New running back into the game for the 49ers. Passing situation, and the Southwest Sack Exchange gets started early. Brandon Tucker from his edge position, number 40, with his first sack of the day. Junior linebacker, now totaling 8.5 sacks on the season. Harrell standing in his own end zone, making a couple adjustments at the line of scrimmage. Roadrunners were able to get a couple of safeties in last week's contest. This one, pass is able to get away. Good defense in the secondary. That time forces an incompletion, and that is a 3-and-out very quickly for the home team.
Number 97 in punt formation to kick it away.
Mekhi Anderson set at his own 49-yard line. He fields a punt there. Tries to go forward, but he doesn't get much. Shea Taylor, the junior linebacker, able to get the stop at the 43-yard line of the 49ers. That is where McCown will set up for the second drive of the day. Back in the shotgun, scanning, goes to Robert Henry. He's able to make the catch for a gain of 5. That's his first catch out of the backfield. The 6th-year senior, do-it-all man, guard dog in cleats, the heartbeat of this Roadrunners squad. McCown throwing once again. This one goes over the middle to his tight end. That's Houston Thomas making his first catch of the day. 3rd and short. First time the Roadrunners are seeing first down in this one. Read option play. McCown's going to keep it. Finds a lot of open space. Ball's on the turf. That was nearly a disaster, but McEwen making the heads-up play, jumps on the football. The offense will keep it, and the Roadrunners are going quickly here. Pistol formation. They're going to roll McCown out to his right. The lefty has to reset his feet. Pass is complete to Houston Thomas, but it is actually a loss of a yard, as that one didn't look like it was schemed up very well from the beginning. 2nd and 11 from the 14. Pistol formation once again for the Roadrunners. Handoff, Robert Henry Jr. up the middle, and he is met even further in the backfield. So after the big 3rd down conversion, we have yet another 3rd down. This one is 3rd and 13. Inside the red zone for the Roadrunners. McCown fires. What a catch! That is a confident duo between David Amador II and Owen McCown. His first touchdown reception, Amador did a lot of damage with his feet. This time, he goes soaring through the air. McCown put it only where his receiver would be able to make the play, into double coverage, and Amador II brings it down in the end zone. Touchdown, Roadrunners. 6 is on the board, and Chambers adds the extra 1. That 6-play, 43-yard drive took 1 minute and 7 seconds off of the clock here in the first quarter. UTSA now out to a comfortable 14-0 lead on the road. Return set up for the 49ers here, going towards the right sideline. That is going to be stuffed at the 14. A couple of these Charlotte has not had to return, but a few of them have landed in the end zone. They're still taking it out. Now we get a handoff going to Cheney. He finds a lot of open space, breaks the tackle at the 20-yard line. A nice 7-yard gain, and now Charlotte able to establish some sort of rhythm. Gets to a 2nd and 3 with 1:40 and counting. Harrell out of the shotgun. Handoff goes to Rutledge, this time in the backfield. And he's doing a good job of using his offensive lineman. Henry Rutledge, senior running back for the 49ers, gets lost in the shuffle there. And now we have 1st down and 10 at the 23-yard line. Cheney, handoff right side again. Breaks a tackle, and it takes a couple of Roadrunners to get him down. Kendrick Blackshire finally finishes the play. But another gain of 7, that brings his total up to 13 on the day, minus that initial negative play. Shotgun formation, handoff, Rutledge, right side. He's got a lot of open space. He caught UTSA out of position there, crossing midfield and the 40-yard line all the way down to the 33 of the Roadrunners. And all of a sudden, Charlotte has a lot of life here in front of their home crowd. Banks trying to make adjustments on the defensive end. Nickel formation, we get pressure here, and that is a huge response following the big play. The Southwest Sack Exchange quiets this crowd back down as they get to quarterback Connor Harrell for the 2nd time today. That's big number 93, Cameron Blaylock, your nation's leader in sacks this season. That's going to be his 13.5 sack of 2026. Now 2nd down and 23. Clock still moving here from about the midfield stripe. Pressure once again in the face of Harrell, and the blitz is going to get there. Nickel formation, lots of DBs on the field, lots of speed. Harrell not able to escape, and the safety playing the nickel linebacker that time, able to make the big play in the backfield. Back-to-back sacks on 2 plays following the run of 40. Cheney back in the backfield. Harrell in the shotgun formation. He's going to throw on this one. Gets the pass off this time into coverage, and he's going to be lucky that one falls incomplete. Unfortunately for the 49ers, they were knocked out of field goal range on those back-to-back sack plays, so we're going to get a punt instead. On what is likely to be the final play of the 1st quarter, Anderson will field it inside of his own 15-yard line. Goes up the numbers now out to the 30. And he's going to get tackled with 2 seconds left on the game clock here in the 1st quarter, so we'll have 1 play before the first 15-minute break. McCown gets the snap, goes outside run to the right here for Henry Jr. Parker starts, makes another play, but he's slow to get up, and that is how our 1st quarter is going to come to an end. Henry Jr. held in check, but this passing offense lighting things up. David Amador II already 2 receiving touchdowns from his quarterback, Owen McCown. 99 yards passing in that 1st quarter, only 20 yards rushing. A little bit down in that area. 2 third-down conversions. Both teams sitting now at 2 minutes and 30 seconds of possession time. We appreciate you once again joining us here in Charlotte, North Carolina for editions of the Rise of the Roadrunners series on the Far End of the Bench YouTube channel. 94.3 is now McCown in the shotgun. Lots of open space for Houston Thomas. He was left wide open in the middle of the zone there. Good play call, good scheme, and that one is going to be a big successful 1st down on the opening play of the quarter. The junior tight end is a physical nightmare to try and match up with in coverage, and when you don't cover him, he can make a lot of things happen with his feet too. He's lined up in the wing to the right-hand side here. RPO screen play, and that one is going to fall incomplete. Contact able to knock that one loose. 2nd down and 10. This one goes to Willie McCoy. Willie McCoy, the fast receiver, senior receiver number 19, gets the catch and goes 16 yards ahead. 1st down on the play. The Roadrunners now set up on the edge of the red zone. Trying to get that road running game going, but the Roadrunners still struggling to get anything open for their running backs. Henry Jr. searching to break that 20-yard threshold. 2nd down and 10 following the failed run. trying to hit his tight end over the middle, and the contact once again will jar that one free. So now we get a 3rd down and 10. The Roadrunners converted back-to-back 3rd downs on the previous drive. This time heading towards the other end of the field. Henry Jr. out of the backfield. Pass is caught, and that one's just trying to set up Chambers with a little bit easier of a field goal. Brock Chambers, the punter in the field goal situation. This one's going to be from 39 yards out. He struggled on the season, but this one looks like it's going to get through. Big series coming away with points here on the road. Your defense has been stout, minus the big 40-yard run play. Your offense has been successful, but that time you're able to still come away with something. 17-0 following the field goal from Chambers, as now he's set to kick this one off to the 49ers. That field goal brought to you by the Far End of the Bench YouTube channel and podcast. Now we get a fumble on the play, scooped up from the turf. In what's becoming eerily reminiscent of previous weeks throughout this season, we have the big hit on the kickoff play and a scoop and score. John Emery Jr. got the one 2 weeks ago. This one is Zach Morris, cornerback, number 20. Follows the play, big hit on the returner. That was Henry Rutledge trying to bring that one out of the end zone. And we were just giving Charlotte credit for only holding the Roadrunners to 3 on that last series, and now special teams gets in on the scoring action. Chambers adds the extra 1. All of a sudden, we have a 24-0 lead still in the second quarter. Let's see if the kickoff return team learns something on this one. Rutledge bringing it out once again. He'll find a little bit of extra space before he's met by number 10, Kendrick Blackshire, who will bring him down at the 22-yard line. Charlotte's going to have to abandon their running game here if they want to have any shot of keeping this thing close going into halftime. You're basically in a 2-minute offense already as Cheney gets the pass out of the backfield. That's Harrell's first completion on the day. And it'll go for a 1st down. Call it a gain of 14 on that previous pass play. 4-3 formation from the Roadrunners. They don't have their nickel personnel on the field. Pass rush getting home once again. Connor Harrell is under all sorts of pressure today. That's sack number 4 on the day. We saw last series get blown up by back-to-back sacks on back-to-back plays. This time, Cameron Blaylock adding to his season totals. That's 15.5, his second of the day. And if he didn't get there, he had about 3 of his line mates from the Southwest Sack Exchange also ready to pounce. Harrell staring down the barrel of a 2nd down and 18. Motion to the left side. We're going to get a power read play, and Connor Hill has a lot of space open in front of him. This Roadrunners defense has been lulled to sleep a few times, getting caught out of position on the run plays, trying to blitz away from that one where the motion came from, and that was just a perfect play call. Big gain on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down and 2. Harrell on the option play. This one pitches it back. Cheney stuffed 3 yards in the backfield. Brandon Tucker chased that inverted option all the way down from the backside. Talk about effort on the play. Forces the punt, and now the Roadrunner offense will have a chance to put another one up on the board. Anderson gets forward to about the 33-yard line before he's taken down. Now let's see what Coach Merritt and the Roadrunners plan to do on this drive. Pistol formation for the offense. Henry Jr. still trying to get him rolling. He's been consistent enough that you're going to continue to hand him the football, but he hasn't even broken double digits yet on the game, and that's his 6th carry. Gain of 1 on the play. 2nd down and 9. Henry Jr. once again. This time he finds a lot of open space. Cuts past the safety, 30, 25, 20. Down the sideline. The running game finally breaks through, and then you look behind you and you see an all-conference level player like Ben Rios unable to make it to the sideline under his own power. But Henry Jr. with a big 47-yard run goes from 3 yards total on the day all the way out to 50 in one play. McCown trying to get to his tight end in the corner, Houston Thomas. He was hit just as he released that football, so he wasn't able to get it where he wanted to. only the second misfire of the day for the junior quarterback, is now the lefty once again looking to put this one towards the end zone. Going across the middle to McEwen. Devin McEwen into the end zone. Touchdown, Roadrunners. There's not much you can do when your quarterback doesn't have some pressure in his face. McCown stuffed on the play previous, able to find his junior team captain, Devin McEwen, for the score. That'll lead it to 31-0. Just past the 2-minute timeout, Ben Rios bruised his sternum. He will be unable to return for the remainder of the day. That is a big blow, but hopefully he's able to make his way back, heading towards the conference championship, as all signs are now pointing towards the Roadrunners continuing their undefeated march. They have 3 more games to get through, including this one. And they will find themselves hosting their first American Conference Championship game in program history if they're able to do so. Cheney now out of the pistol formation. He's going to get pounded in the backfield. Cameron Blaylock now starting to flex his muscles a little bit. 4th tackle for loss on the day from the big junior nose tackle. Pistol formation once again. Cheney on the handoff. This time he's met by Kane Roberts-Day and Kendrick Blackshire. A 2-yard gain on the play. That is something to keep note of. Even with that long broken play that Cheney was able to have in the first quarter, still only sitting at 6 yards rushing on the day total. Harrell trying to use as much of the clock as possible, not trying to give up any more scores. They're going to go with the screen pass to Cheney out of the backfield. There's a lot of Roadrunners in front of him. We're going to get a big tackle from Kendrick Blackshire and a timeout called on the play. So UTSA, after the punt return, is probably going to have about 50 seconds of time to work before the halftime break. Just past the 50, Mekhi Anderson now going into 49er territory. He'll get it out to about the 38-yard line before he's brought down in the open field. Roadrunners putting together a great first half so far. Henry Jr., after the explosive play on the last series, he's going to get the handoff to open things up. Juke move into the open field, and he'll make it past the line of scrimmage for a gain of 7. Hurry up offense now from the Roadrunners, sticking in the same formation. Play action fake this time. Deep shot going over the middle. Amador the second. Throw the chapeau. The slot machine has paid itself out 3 times in this first half. That is the sophomore's 4th catch of the day and his 3rd scoring grab. What a sequence. UTSA gets it done in 2 plays. Still with 2 timeouts, so if they get a turnover, they can even try and go after it again. We know that Clay Merritt wants to send a lot of messages. They're still only ranked number 23, and they have yet to even trail for longer than a couple minutes so far this season. Kickoff return coming from about the 2-yard line this time. Lots of contact from the kickoff team. We've already seen 1 scoop and score on the day. Henry Rutledge to the left of Connor Harrell in the backfield. Charlotte with all 3 of their timeouts. Rutledge is going to get the handoff. He gets away from 1 tackler, breaks another couple of tackles, and Brandon Tucker has to chase him all the way down from the backside. 49ers still fighting hard, trying to keep things respectable in front of a packed home stadium here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Cheney gets the handoff as the first half comes to an end. He was going to lose a couple yards, so that is going to even lower his totals further. Number 23 ranked team in the country playing like they deserve to be so. As we mentioned, David Amador II, 5 targets, 4 catches, 3 touchdowns, 110 yards in that first half. Running game, not as potent as we've seen in the past. Not a big deal when you have a junior quarterback that is lighting up the scoreboard, sophomore receiver that is finding every single way to get open, a defense that is yet to force a turnover, but they have also only given up a few positive plays, and then your special teams is able to get the big scoop and score. And you know now that's going to stick in the minds of these Charlotte kick returners for the rest of the day, but it has not changed any of their strategy up until this point. As Chambers is getting set to start the second half of football here from the Atlantic coast. This one will land at about the 4-yard line. Henry Rutledge, who fumbled earlier again, and he's got it on the ground again. More back to back. This is a backup cornerback. And he's able to score 2 times in the same game on identical plays. Same returner, same guy who made the big hit. Zach Morris scoops up the loose football. He goes into the end zone. Touchdown, Roadrunners. Wow.
The kicker on for the extra point.
This team can flex at any moment. You always have to be prepared for what they might possibly be able to do. Holy crap.
Number 37.
It is a system here in UTSA. It's starting to become a little bit unnerving at this point, the well-oiled machine that we're seeing coming out of the Southwest Alamo City. Big hit again from Kendrick Blackshire. He doesn't get the returner all the way on the ground, but he holds him up enough as Mason gets stuffed at the 14-yard line, setting up his offense, who's still looking for any kind of sustained success on the day. Harrell, handoff to Cheney going along the left edge. And that is a good tackle from Jamarius Lewis. Free safety playing from the nickel position. He had a big interception last weekend that set up the opening touchdown of the game for the Roadrunners. Cheney now going to the left side again, and Blaylock threw his offensive lineman trying to block him 4 yards into the backfield before making the play. Ugh. If you let this unit build up confidence and build up success, they are nearly impossible to score against. Not quite the turnovers that you would like to see, as now we get a shot down the left hash towards the sideline. That one incomplete. Owen McCown entered today with 36 passing touchdowns. He's well on his way past 40 with still 3 games to go. Could catch that elusive 50 passing touchdown mark. Is now on the punt return. Mekhi Anderson finds a lot of open space at the 30, makes a man miss. But the second wave of defenders able to bring him down. Roadrunners have not had to put up much yardage-wise on offense, but they have put up about 5 touchdowns, on the day, 2 of them coming from special teams. Henry Jr. trying to continue his momentum that he was building up towards the last part of the first half. 7-yard gain on the play that's going to bring up his total on 9 carries to 64 yards in this game. Houston Thomas going in motion. We're going to get a screen play here. McEwen, using his patience, makes the man miss into the open field. 10-5, touchdown, Roadrunners. For the second time today, Devin McEwen finds his way into the end zone. That is Owen McCown's 40th touchdown pass of this season. Plenty have been going to Devin McEwen. He is closing in on the 20 touchdown mark on the season. He's just been a solid, reliable target. He might only get 1 or 2 catches in a game, but those 1 or 2 catches normally go for scoring plays. So far, he's got, I believe, 3, and 2 of them have been for touchdowns. So you have 1 receiver hitting at 3 for 4 on touchdowns, and you have another receiver hitting at 2 for 3. That is a good recipe for success. You have 2 out of 5 kickoffs, as now we get another kickoff return here, going up the right hash mark, outside to the sideline, and he's knocked out of bounds at the 17 to set things up for the 49er offense. Oh, pressure right away. Harrell able to step outside of it. Completes the pass at the sideline to Henry Rutledge. Crowd applauding the completed pass. They haven't seen many of those today. Now we get a pistol formation. Cheney gets the handoff, and he is met immediately by number 13, Owen Peewee. 3rd and 10 following the loss of 2. Harrell from the shotgun, scanning the field, going to his left. Oh, nice catch. Contested catch by the receiver. 4th completion of the day for Harold. That's bringing his yardage total up to 26. So this defense still doing their job. Crowd trying to get their offense back into it. Read option here. Shad Banks Jr. not fooled. He's able to chase down the quarterback on the keeper. That'll bring up 2nd down and 12 following the loss of 2. Running play out of the shotgun once again. Ooh, Ty Leonard did a good job of fighting through multiple blocks. He gets his first solo tackle of the day, dropping Rutledge further into the backfield. 3rd down and 13 upcoming for the 49ers. From their own 25, they've converted 1 3rd down on this series so far. Looking for a quick screen play to his running back. He's able to complete the pass, but Rutledge loses sight of where he is on the field, and he will step out of bounds before gaining enough yards to keep this drive moving. 4th down and 9, and we get another punt from the 49ers. Anderson from the right hash mark. He's going to find his way forward out to about the 44. PA announcer trying to get the crowd back into it. Mo Bamba playing is now Henry Jr. into the open field. Breaks a tackle. Nobody's in front of him. Across the field logo. 15, 10. Breaks across to the 5. Touchdown, Robert Henry Jr. He is widowing in the end zone right now. Hadn't really broke a big one all day. This defense had been sound. Breaks 2 tackles on 1 play. And that is all she wrote, folks. If this thing wasn't over before, it's definitely over now. First touchdown of the second half for this Roadrunners offense. That'll bring Henry Jr.'s yardage total on 10 carries out to 121 yards. Extra point by Chambers is up and good. 59-0 now the score. Number 23 ranked Roadrunners trying to make the rest of their night go just as smoothly as it has so far. Kickoff going to about the 3-yard line is where the return will be set up. Spin move at the 10, and he is absolutely driven to the turf. Kendrick Blackshire planted the returner at the 17-yard line, making sure that he knew that's as far as he was going to go. We still have the first team in, but let's see if Coach Clay Merritt gives about one more series offense and defense-wise. Pop pass on the motion here out of the shotgun. Trying to change up the look a little bit. The Charlotte 49ers not going that much away from their run game. It has not been successful. They tried the quick sweep there, and it is stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Band playing right behind us here as the offense trying to get anything going. New running back into the game as Rutledge goes out with an injury, and he is stuffed at the line of scrimmage by Kendrick Blackshire, who's really starting to heat up here. Shad Banks Jr. and Kendrick Blackshire, definitely the 2 best linebackers, inside linebackers in the country, and they have proved it week in and week out. Another huge game from them today. This pass errant into nobody, and that is going to be another interception for this Roadrunners defense. Back-to-back games with an interception for Jamarius Lewis from his free safety position. Harold literally just chucked that one up, not wanting to take another sack. And the Roadrunners with a big defensive play. First turnover on the day. First time this season that we've had 2 turnovers forced by the defensive unit. And the offense now set up at the 32-yard line following the turnover. Henry Jr., after the big touchdown run on the last series, he's into the open space again. Spin move at the 3. And he might as well just walk into the end zone. He's grittying again, dancing on their graves. There is a good contingent in orange and blue that's going to stick this one out, but there's a lot of green, gold, and black that are heading towards the exits. And we are still sitting here in the 3rd quarter. I think that the team is probably looking at the exits right now too. They just have to stick around on the sidelines for another quarter and change. Chambers good on the extra point. 66-0 your score. Chambers going again for the kickoff. Rutledge back into the game. He's going to set up a return here from the 3-yard line, and he is only able to make his way out to the 14. Cheney, injured on the last series as well, as now handoff goes to freshman running back out of the backfield. Owen Pewey makes his second tackle of the day. Suplexes him back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 10 upcoming for the 49ers. Halfback goes in the orbit motion. It's going to be a screenplay set up for him. Kendrick Blackshire, not fooled at all, going all the way across the formation, flying like an eagle. He is very fast for an inside linebacker. 3rd down and 13 following the screenplay. Harrell, he's going to get hit as he's thrown. Ball falls harmlessly to the turf this time, but we're going to get another punt. You're starting to hear some of the boo birds come out for this home offense. Absolutely handcuffed the entire day. Anderson from his 45 gets that out across midfield and makes it to the opposing 44-yard line before he's tackled by Lane McDonald. And that's where McCown will set up for yet another opportunity to put points on the board. Pass goes to McEwen on the in-breaking route. Nice play there. 238 yards total on the day for McCown. That's 74 yards receiving for McEwen. 5 passing touchdowns for the junior from Rusk, Texas. Playing the quarterback position. Son of journeyman NFL quarterback Josh McCown. That one, RPO screen goes to Amador, and he is tackled after a short gain. That'll be the end of the 3rd quarter. So we're set for the final frame as we get a good look at the top 25 standings. Boise State, another group of 5 team that has to be worried about out of the Mountain West Conference, sitting at 8-1. You have UNLV also in the Mountain West Conference, sitting behind you at 24, ranked 8-1. Navy was ranked before us until they lost to their rival Notre Dame 13-10. Still sitting pretty in the conference standings. Amador is second on the pop pass, juke move, and he has got his legs swiped out from underneath him. Gets the 1st down. Luckily, he's able to bounce right back up. He's been dealing with injuries sustained in the last couple of games. Henry Jr. on the handoff. He's going to get close to the 1st down marker, but he'll be stopped just shy. 2nd down in inches. The Roadrunners can get the 1st down without getting the touchdown. From the 3-yard line. Long mesh point that time. Doesn't matter how long it takes. Henry Jr. finds his way into the end zone for the 3rd time today. Touchdown, Roadrunners. And it looks like that will be the final series for the starters on offense and defense. We're going to see the backups, which we're now accustomed to seeing throughout this American Conference schedule, besides the Rice game, the North Texas game. We've been able to see the backups get in and get a lot of experience, which is going to do well because we've seen one UTSA Roadrunner be injured and not be able to complete the game so far. That will happen throughout the course of what's going to be a 16-game season if you accomplish the impossible. Chambers adds the extra point. That'll move the score to 73-0. And we'll see what the 49ers' response is to playing against the backups. Do you keep your starters in and risk looking even worse? Do you possibly try and put in some new players and see if they can generate a new spark? Kickoff return has a nice spin move along the sidelines here. He's able to make it out past the 20 to the 22 before being brought down. We are going to get a new quarterback into the game, so it looks like it's backups on backups now for the 4th quarter. Loftus hands it off out of the pistol formation. Blackshire now moving over one spot on the defense. It's real easy when your backup is a fellow 5th-year senior and true starter on the field, but here we are. Big stop by him on 1st down, and now we get a running play from Rodney Curry. And the junior running back is able to make his way forward for a gain of 2 to bring up 3rd down and 11. Loftus out of the shotgun, looking to throw for the 1st time today. He is sacked by Brandon Tucker. 2nd sack of the day for Tucker. 1st one since the 1st quarter, but that is the 1st time Loftus will taste the turf. The Southwest Sack Exchange backups are even putting in a little bit of work on the trading floor. Just an immaculate swim move. Beat the tackle clean. He takes down the quarterback very easily on that last play. 4th down and 17. We're going to get another punting situation for the 49ers. Backup punt returner fields it at the 45, and he'll go forward for a gain of 3 before being brought down. Jamie Rhett and John Emery Jr. in the backfield for the Roadrunners now as Emery Jr. gets the handoff, and he goes forward for a gain of 5, running a man over as he's getting stopped there. Bunch formation on both sides, double twins with a tight end to the right. RPO screen pass, this one goes to Willie McCoy. Willie McCoy's got a lot of speed. Juke move at the 25. And that is where this play will end. You can just feel a different type of electricity when Willie McCoy has the ball in his hands. Talk about an X factor that not a lot of people are going to know about going into these important conference games down the stretch, possibly the conference championship, and then, God willing, a college football playoff run. That is somebody that you can insert into the game and make a big impact. Jamie Rhett on the option play. Pitch goes to Willie McCoy. Willie McCoy, he's going to find his way almost to the corner of the end zone. He's going to get stopped just shy coming out of the 2-minute timeout. Gain is 26 on the play, and it will be 1st and goal UTSA from inside the 49er 1-yard line. Rhett in the shotgun. He'll take the snap. Handoff goes to Emery. John Emery Jr. walks the inch into the goal line, and that is going to be another touchdown, Roadrunners. The extra point by Chambers is up and good, 80-0. The score inside the final 2 minutes of this contest. We thank you all very much for tuning in to this Rise of the Roadrunners production. Underneath the far end of the bench umbrella, make sure you check out their new podcast with Jimmy Pilato and Nico Bryant every Thursday for new hot sports opinions and takes. New episodes of this series come out every Friday, and as always, be sure to bookmark feotbpod.org to keep up with all of the written content, and that is your one-stop shop for all of our videos, audio, and written content. Curry gets a gain of about 4 on that opening carry of this series, and now Loftus is going to look to throw on 2nd down and 6. Flushed out of the pocket, rolling right. He runs right into the face of a UTSA defender. He's going to lose 8 all the way back to his own 8-yard line. That is Nana Anwanu from his linebacker position, seeing a lot of new faces out there on the field for the Roadrunners squad. Pass into a lot of traffic. Loftus threw that one into a team meeting. Luckily, it falls incomplete for the 49ers. Still sitting with 3 turnovers, so they're -3 in the turnover margin today. Punt lands at about the 50-yard line, set up for the returner, who goes to his right, now cuts back to his left along the 35. Gains a couple of extra yards down to the 32-yard line. More than 450 yards is the difference between the UTSA offense and the Charlotte offense in this contest. Charlotte had the ball for about 30 more seconds. The Roadrunners sitting at a lead of 19 first downs to 4. If you don't believe yet, you will believe eventually. They are going to continue to beat you over the head with their success as Emery goes forward following his touchdown on the previous series. Gain of 15 on the play, and that's going to be another UTSA first down. Willie McCoy lined up in the slot on the left side hash marks here. He's going to go in motion. Jamie Rhett going to hit him with the pop pass. Open field in front of him, and Willie McCoy, who's had a couple big plays all throughout this game, he's finally going to get into the end zone. The senior speedy receiver doing his dance in the back of the end zone, celebrating with his teammates. It's going to move the total up to 86-0, and with Chambers, we are looking at an 87-point margin of victory. 3rd straight shutout for this UTSA squad. Very little that you can say negative about this unit. No turnovers for the UTSA team on the day. +3 in that turnover margin. The one series ended without a touchdown, but you were still able to get points. Brock Chambers kicks the 39-yard field goal in the first quarter. And from that point on, you scored 70 unanswered, so 10 straight touchdowns following the only drive that you finished without a score. Returner brings it out to about the 13-yard line for the final 30 seconds of this one before we send you back to the studio with Jimmy Pilato to break down the upcoming schedule and outlook following the end of this one. Very grateful for everybody who joined us here in Charlotte, home of the 49ers along the coast of the Atlantic Ocean. Loftus play action fake in the backfield. That one nearly interception. RJ Lester with a deflection. This nickel coverage is really confusing the quarterbacks for the 49ers. We know that Charlotte prefers to run the football, but their quarterbacks just don't see where the holes in the zone are the way that most teams do throughout the rest of the country. If we're going to talk about anything negative, as Loftus looking to throw once again, he's going to find a receiver, but he's unable to make the catch through. That's number 18, Adam Hopkins, trying to make the grab. Outside of Texas A&M, outside of Maryland, outside of Colorado State, which one of those things is not like the other two, you have not been tested against grade A competition. Last week, looking at the college football playoff bracket, as the pass from Loftus falls incomplete, he had a lot of pressure that time, had to get rid of it before nearly being sacked for what would have been the 12th time of the day. With the lack of competition that you have played, when you go on the road in the first round of the playoff, you will have to think all the way back to the opening week of the season to feel any kind of like emotion that you will feel. It is the first time in program history that you are possibly on the road to hosting your conference title game, and then you will be first time in program history going on the road in the playoffs if everything continues to work out, as that is going to be our final play of the day. Emery Jr. just falling forward out of the pistol formation. It's going to be an interesting storyline to continue to follow. Make sure that you subscribe to the Far End of the Bench YouTube channel. Make sure that you check out their podcast, as we mentioned. Player of the game tonight goes to Robert Henry Jr., 165 yards rushing, 13 carries, 3 touchdowns on the day. Sixth-year senior, number 20, doing all that he can for his team. Final score of today's contest, 86-0. The number 23 UTSA Roadrunners keep their undefeated season alive with a shot at the American Conference in their home building if they can keep it going. For myself, Frankie the Horn Calderon, and 94.3 The Bird, we are sending you back to the studio with Jimmy Pilato on the Far End of the Bench YouTube channel. Welcome back inside the studio here on the Far End of the Bench YouTube channel. We appreciate you tuning in for that edition of the Rise of the Roadrunners series. Another dominant road victory for your UTSA Roadrunners. The University of Texas San Antonio team finds itself 10-0 now on the season, continuing their trajectory as it looks for the moment against the Naval Academy in the American Conference Championship. That one would be played at the higher seeds host site, which would be inside the Alamo Dome in the Alamo City. It would be an amazing turnaround, an amazing feat for this very young FBS program to move themselves into what is considered the class of the Group of Five. The American Conference is the best Group of Five conference in the entire country. You do have to worry about teams like Boise State. I know that we were able to see the top 25 with Frankie during the game. Right now, 23 is nice. Continuing to do what this team has done over the last few weeks, you continue to dominate throughout the rest of your schedule. You win your conference championship game. You should be that 12th seed team. And once you make the dance, anything is possible. We've seen this team go into SEC territory on the road and win. As it stood last week, they would be going on the road to Death Valley in South Carolina to play Clemson. That is a not easy task for any team in the country, especially a Group of Five team. But this is a Group of Five squad that is dedicated to making this the best season in their lives, the best season in the program's life, and they want to prove that the Group of Five can compete at the FBS playoff level. We will have a blog posting on feotbpod.org, so make sure that you bookmark that website. Continue to listen to the podcast. Check out all of the different streams and feeds at FEOTBpod on X, all social medias. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. These episodes, new episodes of the Rise of the Roadrunners drop Fridays. New episodes of the podcast drop Thursdays with clips and different sections of videos coming out throughout the rest of the weekend. Thank you guys very much for tuning in. 94.3 The Bird, for Frankie the Horn Calderon, and myself, Jimmy Pilato. Thank you for tuning in to episode 10 of the Rise of the Roadrunners series. We will see you guys next time.
If you don't stay down and you never quit, come Come on over here and sit on the far end of the bench.